Obviously, right up front in our agenda is the coming weekend, Easter. Easter is always a busy time of year for police in Northern Ireland. We see large-scale deployments on a fairly regular basis, dealing with a series of parades. This weekend alone, we think we'll be dealing with somewhere in the region of about 94 parades. On top of that, we have a number of other celebratory events that are ongoing, and we have a full programme of football as well. So that in its own right would be significant. But of course, this is all now taking place against the backdrop of a severe terrorist threat. And the Chief Constable has given some detail to the Northern Ireland Policing Board this morning around a decision that we took yesterday to move to what we call Operation Inspire Level 4. That is a not insignificant move on the part of the organisation, and it is a direct response not just to the severe terrorist threat, but also to this unprecedented period of operational demand that we anticipate we're going to face over the next 7 to 10 days. Our police officers and some police staff had already been subject to leave restrictions for this period in anticipation of what might have happened. But again, given the severe terrorist threat, we've seen the necessity, if you like, to move to that 12-hour shift pattern to maximise the number of officers that we have operationally available to provide a safe operating environment, not only for our policing operations, but of course by extension to maintain the safety and security of members of the public as well. Coming into this weekend, some of the challenges that we'll face on top of our kind of usual public safety operations, we know from previous experience that we are likely to see potentially displays of paramilitary uniform amongst some of these parades. We could also potentially see paramilitary or terrorist shows of strength. And we will also, as we anticipate, be dealing with a number of unnotified parading events which may feature both of those elements as well. So a lot of the same challenges that our colleagues across the rest of the United Kingdom, and in fact this island, would face during this period, but with that additional level of complexity, all underlined and underscored by a severe terrorist threat. So it's going to be a really significant weekend for the PSNI, and there is also very strong community intelligence specifically coming forward in respect of Monday's events in Derry, Londonderry, and a real concern that there may be attempts to draw police in to serious public disorder and to use that then as a platform to launch terrorist attacks on police as well. So going into our operation, that's something that is very clearly right at the forefront of my mind, the minds of the commanders that will be delivering that, and of course our officers as well. The intent remains the same. I think, as I see it, it's the risk, it's the platform potentially in particular that public disorder may present. I mean, we don't have to go too far back, sadly, to see precisely that kind of scenario playing out in Derry, Londonderry in the past. So that is absolutely something that's in the mind of myself and the police commanders as we approach that event, and it will be something that we'll have to keep under constant review, depending on how things develop on the day.
Just to be absolutely clear, your belief, your fear is that public disorder will be designed to draw officers in for a more serious attack than to be mounted with either guns or explosives.
Yeah, we've seen that in the past, and on that basis we have to be prepared for that, and we will be prepared for all eventualities on Monday. Well, I think the attack on our colleague John Caldwell has demonstrated the capability and access that some of these groups have to firearms in particular. The threat level almost speaks for itself in terms of an attack being highly likely. Again, the shift in our posture is a reflection of our understanding of capability and intent.